guys, welcome back to A Life I Choose. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Emma. I'm a registered Gestalt psychotherapist, and today I'm going to speak to you about why I meditate every day. Meditation helps me to center. I'm going to follow my little cartoon diagram. So we have our internal world, so what happens within our bodies, within our minds, emotionally, psychologically, whatever, our memories, our future expectations, our projections, our introjections. There's our internal worlds. We live within a bigger context, we live within the external world, and then there's the zone where these two interact. Now, I meditate because it helps me to be within the two zones. It helps me to be aware of my internal zone. It helps me to be aware of my external zones, and it helps me to see how the two interact. And this helps me to feel balanced. So very often we run about our days, and I can sometimes get stuck in my head thinking about the future or thinking about things that I need to do or haven't done yet. And what meditation helps me do is it helps me to just get into right now, what's happening right now. So while I'm making this video, instead of worrying about how it's going to be perceived or worrying about uploading and how long it's going to take to edit or whatever, I stay centered and I come into the present moment. So I know that I'm in my office, I'm in this space, I'm speaking to the camera, always feels a bit weird, and I'm having fun with it, I'm experimenting. So it helps me to be in the moment. It helps me to check in with my body. I do mindful meditation, and what it does is it helps me to settle within my body. It helps me to see how my body is right now. So if I ask myself right now how my body is, I can notice that my shoulders and my neck are quite tight and they feel tired. So that's the front of my head and my eyes. This area, like my tummy area, legs, feel quite relaxed, quite calm. So it gives me a feeling for how I am. It allows me to check in with my energy, and also doing that helps me to notice what are my needs. What do I need right now? Do I need food? Do I need to move? Do I need rest? What do I need? Meditation helps me to get in touch with my emotions and not be controlled by them. Once you get in touch with your body, since emotions are a bodily experience, it also helps you to notice your emotions, whether these are pleasant or unpleasant. It just helps you to notice that they're there. And what this does, because you're noticing them in such a calm way while sitting still and breathing and making space for them, it helps you to see them without becoming overwhelmed by them, like without them kind of moving you. So it sort of creates space. It sort of, there's your emotion, you see it, and it kind of creates space, and this space allows you to then choose how you want to behave and what you want to do with this emotion, which is very, very helpful. It helps me to notice what thoughts are in my mind. So similar to noticing my emotions, meditation also helps me to notice the thoughts that float around in my monkey brain. Now our brains are just running machines, they go, 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 they don't stop. So meditation is not about clearing your mind. It's just about noticing what's there. And it's important to notice what's there because our thoughts have an impact on our emotions and on our behavior. And they all impact each other. So our emotions have an impact on our thoughts and blah, blah, blah. But it also creates that space. So I notice that I am not my thoughts. my thoughts happen as a result of chemical reactions and whatever, and experience and blah blah blah, and I can choose whether I want to keep this thought, or whether this thought serves me or not, or whether I want to explore this thought further. But it helps me to notice it and let it go without kind of running that train, like without being in control of it. So seeing things as they are helps me to acknowledge and accept things as they are. Since during meditation I'm able to acknowledge my emotions, see what's happening in my body, notice my thoughts, notice what's happening around me by listening to sounds, smelling scents, feeling the air, and just getting in touch with the present moment. It helps me to see things as they are, instead of how I feel they should be, or instead of how I want them to be. So if I have pain in my body, or if I'm feeling anxious, I can just notice it and say, okay, I'm anxious. Like this is just, it is what it is. This is just what's happening. It doesn't mean that I end up like a pushover and doing nothing about stuff. If I notice that I'm angry about something, for example, it doesn't mean, oh, I'm angry, it is the way it is, now I do nothing. No, I can then notice, okay, I'm angry, I don't like what's happening, so now I know that I have a choice. I can see what I'm gonna do with this anger, how I'm gonna behave, how I'm gonna change things. So meditation helps me to choose to stay peaceful. Now this is not an easy thing, and this is why meditation requires practice, and this is why I do it every day, because the more you practice it, the more kind of natural it becomes to go to a mindful place. Like you don't have to sit down in a meditation pose to be mindful and be in the present, and this comes with practice. So it's not easy to choose peace, especially when, you know, if there's a lot of noise or chaos, or the people around you are being extremely loud and emotional or whatever. But what mindfulness meditation does is that since you're noticing your inner space, you're noticing the outer space and how each affects each other, you can choose peace. So if your space is really not allowing you to be peaceful, you can say, you know what, I'm going to move for now. Or else you can just kind of tell yourself, look, I can't move for now, or I choose not to move for now. But it is the way it is. Just because these people are losing it doesn't mean that I need to. Yes, it upsets me, and I choose peace. I choose to be calm. Choosing peace means that my body and mind become a peaceful place that I can return to. The practice of meditation and choosing peace allows me to identify with my body and mind as being a peaceful space. When our minds and our bodies are, you know, running at 100 miles an hour or trying to cope with too much, it can be extremely tiring to be ourselves, to be with ourselves, and it can actually cause us a lot of distress. So what I like about mindful meditation, about practicing it every day, is that it allows you to make your body and mind into a very comfortable home, so that you feel safe in your own space. And this takes practice, and therapy helps too. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But yeah, therapy does help. But yes, this practice just really helps you to make your body and mind home. Meditation helps me to notice resistances and to open my heart, or to protect and support myself. So sometimes we're resistant to being around certain people, and this is totally okay and totally normal. Certain people make us feel anxious when we're around them. Maybe they judge us a lot or whatever, and you know, they're a bit more difficult to be around than people who just naturally make you feel welcome as you are. So you might notice that you have a resistance to being around this person, and maybe you have to be around them today. So what you can do with a mindfulness meditation is that you can sit with that resistance, allow it to be there, and just, say, okay, I'm aware, I know that I always get nervous around this person, I don't like being around this person. I choose to open my heart. I choose to let down the walls and to be more open. At the same time, I'm not saying let down your guard completely. Like, we need boundaries. Boundaries are very, very important for us. So maybe you decide to support yourself in certain ways. So maybe you decide, you know what, if this person tries to interrogate me about something, I'm gonna change the subject, or I'm going to laugh it off and make it a joke. So it helps you to notice your resistances, allow them to be there, and then choose whether you want to open up and support yourself or close yourself more, but you do it mindfully. You do it with choice. Mindfulness meditation helps me to prepare for difficult or challenging situations, and it helps me to process them afterwards. If I have a situation coming up that I'm dreading, I can return to the space of my home, my body and my mind, and I can prepare myself for it, so I can get into the present moment and be fully there. And this helps me to cope with the difficult situation, because if I'm fully in it, if I'm there, then I know how to respond, because I know what's happening within me, I know what's happening outside, and I know and I can feel the flow. So it's easier to cope with. So to sum up, mindfulness helps me to live intentionally. I'm not telling you that meditation makes me a perfect person, very far from it. And I'm not gonna tell you that I'm intentional about every single thing I do, because it's impossible. But the practice does help me to live more intentionally. So what I want to point out about this sign, the sign that says purpose, this sense of purpose becomes very rooted in our core when you meditate, because you really get in touch with what moves you, what's important to you, what you don't want, all these things. So the sense of purpose becomes something that is within you, and so meditation helps you to have more choice over your life, as opposed to just going with the motions and doing things that others expect you to do. So check for related blog posts and videos below. On my blog, A Life I Choose, and on my YouTube channel, I speak about issues like mindfulness and self-awareness. So have a look in the description box below to see more blog posts and videos related to this. Please give me a like if you want to see more videos like this. And please subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any videos, and also to send me some love. And I'm wishing you a super good, I wish you a mindful day with lots of love, and it was great to see you here. Bye.